Put down that sponge and wash your ride later. We're back in the garage with Bodie Stroud.
Hello and welcome back to In the Garage. Today we're talking about wiring and gauges, and I have a friend of ours, Sean from Quickwire, on the phone with us today, who's going to talk to us a little bit about what they have to offer, and what they're up to and what they got going on. Sean, you there?
Yes, I am.
Hey, Sean, what's happening, man?
Oh, not a whole lot. How about you guys?
Oh, just another wonderful Saturday morning. We finally got you on. This is awesome.
Yeah, I was kind of playing tag here, huh?
Yeah, we were playing tag for a little bit, but we're glad to have you on. I mean, tell us a little bit about you and Quickwire and how you guys got started in it and how long you've been doing it.
Well, we've been in business a little over 20 years now. My dad started the company on a fluke, and he did some wiring at his previous job, building wiring harnesses and so on and so forth, and decided to go on his own. And I thought he was crazy at first, but it turned out to be pretty good. So.
Well, good, man. Yeah, I mean, we've said it before. We love your product. It's super simple, and that's probably why your dad got so good at it. Is he was hands-on, and that helps out a lot when you're using different people's stuff, and you can see how to
simplify.
Simplify it, make it easier for the normal Joe out there trying to do it in his garage.
Yep. Yeah, he was one of our things is we try to make the print on our wires large enough for the older guys especially.
Oh yeah. That's what I like. Someone was making fun of me the other day because they looked at my iPhone and I was texting, and they're like, "Whoa!" I got my letters at like 100 points. They're just huge. So and that's what I like about your wiring too. Is that it's nice and color coded. It's labeled from front to back.
Yeah, it's labeled every 6 inches. The destination where the wire is going.
Yeah.
We roll them up in separate groups, like your headlight switch group, your tail group, headlight group, all the wires that are going up to the front car, motor group.
Yeah.
So it's pretty much, mounting a fuse panel and, laying your groups out where they have to go. And like you guys said, trying to hide them as best as possible. Yeah.
I mean, it's not too hard if you, like Mitchell was saying, if you plan it, you know what I mean? And if you're running a group of headlights, because usually your horn, your fan, your headlights and all that stuff, parking lights, that's all going towards the front. So if you can grab that group and you know where it's going, that's what helps me, because you can physically find a path, where it's not going to be seen either down through the body somewhere directly into the chassis and out through the frame horns,
Yep, exactly.
It's not that hard, but I mean, it's just, I think people get more freaked out on all the spaghetti and just like, whoa, look at all these wires. What do I do?
Yeah. It's not that hard, really. I mean, the hardest part about wiring a car is probably laying the wires out and running the wires the way you want them. That's probably the hardest part about wiring.
Now, explain to the listeners, like, why there's different size gauge wires and stuff like that, because a lot of people don't understand, why you have thicker gauge wire, why you have, littler wire. I mean, what's the purpose for that?
Well, it depends on, what you're running, what kind of amps, like say an electric fan, how many amps it's drawing.
Yeah.
And like you guys know, relays can help that problem too, so you don't have to run as big a wire.
Yeah.
Like an electric fan, when it first kicks on, it draws so many amps, you have to run a relay, otherwise it'd be blowing the fuse constantly.
Yeah. Exactly. And a relay kind of takes the power down.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And, sorry about that, go ahead.
Yeah, same with like your fuel pump, your horn needs a relay, things like that.
electric windows.
Yep.
I mean, how do you? I guess to figure that out, we would just tell the listener that you should read on all the instructions on how many amps they first initially draw, and because it'll tell you, like I said, you go back to the picture thing. I'm terrible at it because I got to look at pictures.
and that's why we're trying to come up with more and more schematics to put in our instruction book to kind of show guys.
Yeah.
And we also have a poster size wire schematic of our harness. Like guys could frame and hang in their shop that way if they have a problem, they can go look at it.
Oh man, how come we don't have one of those, Mitchell?
I don't know. That sounds pretty nice.
Yeah, that is nice. We need one of those.
We might have to get you guys one.
Yeah, man. No, I when I used to be a diesel mechanic, we had them hanging in our shop. We had the big old posters, and it was really nice because it showed you where to go if you were lost.
Yep.
And I mean, I've wired quite a few cars. Mitchell has too, but there's times where we're still scratching our head. So usually what I do is are you? Yeah. There's always something that you run into. A lot of people come to us and think these guys have all the answers. Well, no, we're just willing to try, and we're willing to make it happen. You know what I mean?
Yes. Yep.
And we don't throw in the towel. We just go until we figure it out. And sometimes I'll just refer to Google. I'll just go to Google and type up something and go, oh, there it is. You know what I mean? Yeah,
I do the same thing. I tell a lot of guys, like Ford and Chrysler, their ignition systems are kind of goofy compared to GM. A lot of times if you go to Google and type, something in and then you hit images, it'll bring up, wiring schematics usually.
Yeah.
What you're working on. So.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, Corey had mentioned something about a safe way to wire headlights so that you don't keep burning out your headlight switches. I mean, that seems to be an issue with us too. So, do you know anything about that?
Well, nowadays a lot of guys are running halogens.
Mm-hmm.
And what they'll actually do is halogens get so hot that your headlight switch will get hot, and there's a built-in circuit breaker.
Mm-hmm.
It'll actually kick that in and out. Your headlights will flash. So we built a relay kit now for your halogen headlights, so that doesn't happen.
Oh, cool. That's really good to know.
Excellent. Yeah.
That's good for us to know. We just learned something.
Yeah, you guys have a lot of stuff other than just wiring harnesses too, don't you?
Yeah, we have tons of other electrical components. Some of our new stuff, we got the push button engine start switches now. You guys have used our split loom, right, haven't you?
Oh yeah. Yeah, we love the split loom.
Yeah, split loom is really nice compared to the old stuff, the Chinese loom.
Yeah. Oh man, that stuff's the worst. Yeah, yours is really nice, and it cleans up an engine compartment or something where it's you can see all the wiring. If you just wrap it with that stuff, it's awesome.
Yes, it is.
We sell almost all your stuff on our website, so if you, the listeners listening, you can go to bshotrods.com and check it all out, or you can go to quickwire.com, and that's KWIK wire.com. Hey, we'll be right back. Hang on there.
Don't put those tools away. We'll be right back in the garage with Bodie Stroud.
How old